What? Against what?
Against the Imrana case. What did you do?
No, we had
what?
clearly said in various TV. We had very clearly said.
I
in
don't
all our
remember
TV
even one occasion when you
at
said
that
it.
time. Yeah, I have.
I don't remember even one occasion when you vehemently or passionately said a smoke against it.
No. As far as Imran's case is concerned, Darul Qaza will not entertain this case, and no Darul Qaza in India has entertained the Imran case.
So tell me, what about the Darul Uloom Deoband saying that it is against modeling by Muslim women, saying exhibiting bodies by Muslim women by modeling is against the Sharia? Is it against the Sharia?
We had
what?
We had made it very clear that
we had what?
That the fatwas that
we had what?
That are issued are the personal are the Islamic opinions of the clerics. It is not binding on the party.
No, but who's asking you to give your opinions on these things in this free country? This is a free country.
The concerned parties come.
And you ban photography.
No, I ask you one more question.
You what? Yeah, go ahead, Subramanian Swamy. One more question. That's it.
One more question.
Yes,
in their personal laws, civil litigation, have they not said that 2 women witnesses are equal to 1 male witness?
You tell me, you are talking about uniform civil code. Will you be able to convince the Nagas, the tribal, to follow the uniform civil code of the country?
No, this is now. No. 1 second.
Giving the Muslims of the country.
Aryaman Sundaram.
I want to ask Mr.
Aryaman Sundaram. I want to get Aryaman Sundaram into the debate.
Mr. Subramanian,
I want to get Aryaman Sundaram into this debate. Please realize.
He has given the example.
Don't do this. This is not a uniform civil code argument.
We are not concerned with Pakistan or Saudi Arabia.
Sir, then you are concerned. You don't even. The fact of the matter is.
We are only concerned about the Islamic laws that are present in our country.
Sir, this country runs this. Sir, 1 second. Can the guests in Srinagar just keep quiet for a minute, please? You don't get embarrassed, but I'm going to read out all the ridiculous fatwas. By the way, Aryaman Sundaram, as I come to you, I'd also like to remind that an edict prohibiting women from becoming judges was put up on the website of Darul Uloom, following a question related to the same. So women are also not allowed to become judges. All these things will embarrass Maulana Khalid Rashid, but they can't be allowed in independent India. 1 second.
I have to leave.
Aryaman Sundaram, I'm coming to you, Mr. Madan, a minute.
Yeah. Arnab.
Okay, let Muslims of India.
Sir, please.
Arnab, can I?
Yeah.
Arnab, I think this entire issue of either this judgment as to the fatwas not having legal sanctity or otherwise affecting personal laws is totally misplaced. Let us understand one thing. Look, there is one fact that the personal laws of each religious denomination is respected. We are talking about law enforcement or law adjudication bodies. Merely because you have your personal law doesn't mean you also have your own law adjudication bodies. If there's a specific personal law which applies to one religion, the court, when applying the law for any dispute in that religion, will apply the personal law of that religion. But that is far from saying, now forget that court, we will have a parallel judicial process. This is what the Supreme Court has really said. There cannot be a parallel judicial process. This has nothing to do, for example, the Muslim religious laws or the Hindu laws so far as marriage, so far as inheritance are concerned, are both different. But the Indian courts, when applying the law to any dispute, applies the law of that particular religious denomination. But what is now being asked for with the fatwa system and being interpreted is, it is our right to adjudicate, our right to implement, and our right to execute.
Yeah.
Which is not so. Nowhere does the Constitution give an individual court, give an individual judicial process for any religious denomination. And I think
no Muslim institution has demanded. No Muslim institution has demanded that the fatwas must be enforced by force. No Muslim institution has demanded that the fatwas or the decision by the Darul Qaza must be enforced by force.
Professor. Sorry.
It is completely on the concerned party's wish whether they want to abide by the Constitution or not.
What concerned party? Don't hide behind the concerned party argument.
Let's say
Why
the
then,
parties which
in
come
that
to
case,
the
why are you
Darul
worried about this
for the
judgment?
resolution of their dispute, they are
answer you.
free to abide or not to abide by the decision.
Sir, you are trying to rule
I
these.
think you've said it repeatedly. Can
yes,
I answer
yes,
you?
Aryaman Sundaram.
I will answer you.
Go ahead.
Why then are you worried about this judgment? Have you read the judgment? The judgment is very clear.
We are not
the
worried.
Judgment says that
we have welcomed the decision.
Are you in?
We have
then it's
welcomed
very
the
good if you
Supreme
welcome
No,
this judgment.
no, one second, Aryaman Sundaram. Aryaman Sundaram. No, Mr. Sundaram, you know, that's a very kind of glib reaction that Maulana Khalid Rashid is giving. He says, I welcome the decision, we're not enforcing anything, we are just saying that girls can't play bands, we're just saying that women can't be judges, we're just saying that women can't wear skirts, and that, you know, photography is not allowed, videography is a sin, that watching cartoons and animated films is un-Islamic. We're just saying these things, and it's also accidental. According to Maulana Khalid Rashid, it is accidental, like politicians like Mulayam Singh Yadav jump to their defense, give these so-called innocent pieces of advice, innocently called fatwas, which is just, you know, innocent advice being thrown around.
There is one other
No, but why then do they get politicians to back them up?
No, listen. Listen,
the
kindly
judgment
tell me
notices
we
the
are
kind of
a citizen
psychological
of this
pressure
country or
these
not.
fatwas put.
No, first kindly tell me we are a citizen of this country. We are governed by the constitution of this country. This country has given us the right to follow our personal laws. We are completely free to profess and practice
No.
laws.
No, not in.
Yeah, we are the Shariat application. The Shariat application 1937.
No, I will tell you the correct position. You are subject to Article 25. You are subject to Article 25. You have to abide by morality. You have to abide by public order. You have to abide by public health.
In personal matters. You
Sir,
cannot force us to not to
Sir,
follow
but
personal law.
Maulana Khalid Rashid, neither do you have any business or any right saying anything or doing anything. You can't even speak a sentence. You may be a Maulana. You can't even issue a statement, issue a word or speak a sentence which seems to be passing a decree about any individual's personal rights. But you repeatedly do that. And then you say, I'm not enforcing it on anybody. You can't even say something that hurts my sensibilities. You can't say something which infringes on an individual's personal rights.
We are completely free to
You can't put psychological pressure, the fear of stigma, social ostracization on individuals. Aryaman Sundaram was making that point to you if you only listened to him. What about the trauma some of your fatwas cause? Your fatwas are not like drinking a bottle of soft drink. It's not an easy thing like that. Your fatwas carry with it a compelling psychological, debilitating, social ostracizing force. And you have crossed the line several times.
You must check your language. No. While speaking regarding any religion, you must check your words and language. You are hurting the religious...
Sir, I am telling you that a fatwa was issued. Sir, I am telling you a fatwa was issued against the all-girls band called Pragash by Mufti Bashiruddin in Kashmir that was endorsed by the Darul Uloom Deoband or not? You tell me, was the fatwa against the girls band endorsed by the Darul Uloom Deoband or not? Was the fatwa against the girls band? Why are you shouting when I'm asking you a direct question? I am asking you today, did you endorse the fatwa against the Kashmiri girls band?
And according to the
did you Mr. Maulana Khalid Rashid, Mr. Maulana Khalid Rashid, I know what I should say and what I should not, and I am asking you today, was a fatwa issued against the all girls Kashmiri band Pragash by Mufti Bashiruddin in Kashmir or not?
Religious scriptures of any religion, you must check your words.
Mr. Khalid Rashid, are there fatwas which have created controversies?
These fatwas No, no, these fatwas has been issued when someone has asked for the Islamic concept and the...
So my question to you is, take my question, why don't you take a question? Take a question, why aren't you taking a question?
Make it clear. No,
why aren't you taking a question?
Said that non-Muslims should not do...
Why aren't you taking a question? Mr. Maulana Khalid Rashid, why are you on the back foot? Why don't you take a question?
Only been issued regarding the Muslim...
Why don't you take my question? Are you scared of taking my question?
You are welcome, yeah.
Thank you. My question to you is, this Darul Uloom Deoband in the Saharanpur district of Uttar Pradesh, you know about it?
Yeah, I know it.
Thank you, thank you. You don't get worked up. Did it endorse the fatwa against all girls Kashmiri band that was issued by the father of the Deputy Grand Mufti who is sitting on the program today?
You have only one issue.
Please, can he answer? Yes, I have that issue. You don't have any right to break other people's fundamental rights. It's a free country. You have no business doing that.
As far as...
You have no business. Do it in Pakistan. Don't do it in India. Go try doing it in Pakistan. Do it in Pakistan, not in India.
Listen to me.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
As far as fundamental rights are concerned, nobody has the right to interfere in the fundamental rights of a citizen.
So these girls, so what are you going to say? One minute. No, what you're going to say is, what you're basically now going to say is, it is the fundamental right of these girls to stop playing. These girls chose to exercise their fundamental right. Who are we? Our fatwas have no influence.
It is the... No. It is the right of the girls whether to perform...
No. Answer the question. No. If the girls stop performing, answer the question. Why are you not answering my question? My question is, the girls stop performing as a result of that. Do you feel they came under your pressure? No. Do you feel they came under your pressure?
No.
Do you feel they came under the pressure of the fatwas? Do you think voluntarily? Oh, the girls voluntarily gave it up. Aryaman Sundaram, fantastic line. This exposes it.
Girls are completely free whether to
girls are free. Girls are free. So Aryaman Sundaram, here's the argument. Blame it on the girls.
But if
issue the fatwas, issue the fatwas, get the fatwas backed up, then blame the girls.
And ask for the religious opinion. We will give our religious opinion, but no one has the right to enforce that religious opinion on any individual.
So, but that's what you have enforced on these poor girls. Aryaman Sundaram responding to you. See the fragility of your arguments, Aryaman Sundaram.
No. We have not enforced some elements in Kashmir.
See the fragility of your argument, Aryaman Sundaram responding to you, sir. Please, the free country.
We condemned it today also.
We condemn it.
May I answer you, please, sir? May I answer you? Look, the point of the matter, you cannot go away from it. It has been recognized in the judgment of the Supreme Court that we all know, and we cannot pretend that we do not, that there is no sanctity to the fatwa cannot be enforced, etc. We all know the amount of psychological pressure that fatwa brings in, the amount of social pressure that fatwa brings in. And I think everyone is well aware of this. However much we try to say nothing of this is enforceable, we know exactly how it is enforced, maybe not in a judicial manner, but in an extrajudicial manner. And that is what the judgment says, that this is a dangerous issue, and therefore no fatwa should be issued in respect of any person, any individual who is not invited the fatwa, who has not come and asked for a decision in a matter.
Understand that. Understand.
Nor should it be issued when a fundamental right is involved. And the reason is because we all know, and we can try to be naive and pretend after all we are not enforcing it. We know the psychological pressure.
No, but he is not accepting the psychological pressure. He says all of these things.
I'd like to add an amendment. I'd like to add an amendment.
Arnab.
Yes,
Arnab, I only have one point.
Ejaz Maqbool and then Subramaniam Swamy are coming to you after Ejaz Maqbool.
I want to add an amendment.
Arnab, see, I have only one point. The entire can I make a point?
Let me finish. There's a short point. I want to say that even if the courts of India take the act according to the codes of the separate religions, it is subject to Article 25, which says that You cannot violate morality, public order and public health. And all religious laws are subject to those restrictions.
Yes, Ejaz
Nobody
Ahmed.
is disputing it. Now, Arnab, let me just make a point. Today's judgment was focused on the petitioner has come with a prayer to the court that Darul Qaza are a parallel legal system which is being run by respondent number 9,
technically they are not.
Personal Law Board.
Technically they are not.
Court has categorically held it is not. Number one. Number two, one very major thing which you must realize that there are large number of destitute Muslim women. Let me make a point. Let me make a.
So you're dodging the real issue.
Here.
The real issue is whether
there are a large number of destitute Muslim women who approach Darul Qaza because their husbands have deserted them. Darul Qaza issues notice to them, holds a proper inquiry and allows them to get their marriages dissolved, and that issue has not been touched upon. The court has said it's an arbitrary.
Sir, I am asking you, sir, please understand. Sir, it's like saying tomorrow that there are khap panchayats and there are khaps. Now they exist, they have a social sanction. They have no legal sanction. No, 1 minute. They have no legal sanction. They have I am getting into it. No, sir, I am getting into it tomorrow.
I am only on the issue of Darul Qaza. I was appearing for All India Muslim Personal Law Board.
Mr. Ejaz Maqbool, I know your point, but you are not answering. You are not coming to the moot issue. The moot issue is this is the India of 2014. 1 minute, sir. India of 2014. I can give you zillions, sir. I can give you zillions of examples.
To profess his own religion,
sir. Nobody is coming in the way of professing their own religion, but you don't understand. These are matters of law. When it is matters of law, you can't have courts based on Bhagavad Gita. You can't have a Christian court based on a Bible. You can't have a Buddhist court. You can't have a Sikh court. You can't have a Jain court. You can't have a Muslim court. That's it.
No, we are not having that way. It's supposed to.
You can't have a Muslim court in this country. You can't have a Muslim court in this country.
It is permissible in law. Court has held today in the judgment that if two people are wanting their dispute to be, there is a redressal system provided for and in fact they have advised Darul Qaza not to issue any fatwa of that sort which will affect the rights of people.
Sir,
but at the same time,
I don't know, you are a lawyer, you should know this, but in any case I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you one thing. You're a lawyer, you should know this. I can bounce this off Subramaniam Swamy, Ariman Sundaram. This, sir, can the guests in Srinagar just listen?
शरिया शराब के खिलाफ है, बेरारवी खत्म हो गई, शरिया बेहाई के खिलाफ है. अगर आप इन चीजों को भी यही कह रहे हैं कि इसको बंद करिए, इसको नहीं मानिए, तो फिर खुदा ही हाफिज है.
सर,
आप समझते क्यों नहीं है क्या?
सर, आप
अगर किसी
Mr. Pirzada
होगा, absolutely right.
Mr. Pirzada, you understand one thing. Mr. Pirzada, be logical today. Be logical. Just listen to me. There is a Muslim Personal Law Shariat Application Act of 1937. You know, I know about it, right? It guarantees the prevalence of Muslim personal law for Muslims in civil matters. But remember one thing. Please remember, अभी आप ये politics की बात छोड़ दीजिए, logically कुछ बात कह रहा हूँ आपको. It does not, no, 1 minute. It does not anywhere, Aryaman Sundaram does it, call for the setting up of a parallel authority to adjudicate over disputes pertaining to the Muslim community. Does it do that?
Not at all.
Does it do that, Mr. Sundaram?
हम ये कह रहे हैं,
then that's it.
समझ गया आप क्या कहने जा रहे हैं.
You can't have these courts then.
System.
Yes, Mr. Sundaram. Mr. Sundaram is telling you something.
There's nothing wrong
yes,
about
let me answer you. There is one judicial system, there is one court system. That court will apply laws which may be applicable to any people. You cannot have different courts for different religious persuasions. Then why are you a secular country if that is what you have? The purpose of a secular country is that you have one court, but the court respects personal laws with respect to marriage, inheritance, other things of any particular religion, and will apply the law which applies to that particular religious couple, and will apply that law. But there cannot be two courts. And even the court said, even willingly if people go for this...
Okay, so I have one question.
For resolving a dispute, the fatwa is not legally enforceable.
No, one second.
That is correct.
No, one second. So there is a... So one second.
For Muslims,
a question.
For Hindus it is not. So for Hindu community, Islam is binding for Muslims, not for Hindus.
Sir, please remember this. The Supreme Court of India, आप जरा समझ लीजिए मुफ्ती जी और पीरजादा जी, the Supreme Court of India cannot have lesser jurisdiction over God-fearing Muslims as opposed to a Sharia court or an Islamic seminary. Just understand that. The Supreme Court of India in India is supreme, right? You can't say for a God-fearing Muslim the Sharia court is the only recourse to justice. You understand that? You can't invoke God to justify the validity of a fatwa. That's intimidation. And there is intimidation in the garb of invoking a religious sanction. The Supreme Court in particular took exception to the Darul Uloom Deoband, which had issued a fatwa in the Imrana case, where it declared her marriage illegal after she had been allegedly raped by her father-in-law. Because in the Supreme Court, the Darul Uloom Deoband had said God-fearing Muslims being answerable to the Almighty obey the fatwas, others may defy them. Sir, we have to go by what is right and what is logical. You can't say that these courts are only advisory in nature. They carry a social sanction, don't they? They carry a social and religious sanction against them, a strong one. I don't know why Maulana Khalid Rashid, you're not open to that fact. You should be open to that fact.
Tell me, listen, kindly tell me, today's Supreme Court has said that Darul Qazas, the decisions of the Darul Qaza and Darul Ifta can be termed as illegal but not unconstitutional. Now kindly tell me, Supreme Court itself has said that Darul Qazas cannot be termed as unconstitutional. That means that Darul Qazas are governed and are working within the framework of the Constitution. So why do anybody have anything to say against the personal laws of the
No. Again, you've got it wrong, Maulana. Again, you've got it wrong.
Now, how?
Again, I'll tell you why. Because I have given you so many examples to prove that these fatwas infringe into people's individual rights. You give me a guarantee that never will you even dare to go into these areas. The debate is over. But you won't say that.
No Muslim.
You won't say that.
No citizen of
voluntarily
India.
People should come under.
No, I'm saying no citizen of India, whether he belongs to any religion, has the right to interfere in the fundamental rights of any Indian.
So then what about women playing? So what about women wearing skirts, women playing sports, women becoming judges, watching cartoons, music, modeling? Why? Tell me about that.
Girls,
which areas do they go?
Girls are free to take up any profession. But
answer what I said.
Will come and answer what I said. But if anyone will,
you're again stuck there.
But if anyone will come and ask team ulamas that whether girls or boys or any Muslim
then you're infringing into personal areas. Once again, Subramaniam Swami countering that.
To follow certain professions.
Subramaniam Swami countering that.
The same will be given according to the Muslim Sharia.
No. So you can't infringe into these areas. Then Subramaniam Swami, last counter to that. It's an interesting debate. We have heard different points of view, but there is lines of disagreement. By the way, this is not just about today's Supreme Court verdict. This is about the broader issue of fatwas per se. Yes, please. Subramaniam Swami, closing remarks.
Yeah. Now, first of all, there is a double standard which the Muslim community practices. In Australia, United States, they accept all kinds of regimentation.
I completely object with this statement. This statement is hurting. That the Muslim community are following double standard.
How can it hurt you? Have you demanded Sharia in Australia? Have you demanded Sharia in Australia? The Prime Minister said, if you want Sharia, go away from Australia. We don't want you here.
We are living in India. India is our country. We are concerned only with our country. We are not concerned with Saudi Arabia, Pakistan,
if you are living in India, if you're living in India, you will have to abide by Article 25 of the Constitution, which means that all your religious rights are subject to restrictions under morality, public health and public order. And you can't decide whatever you want as being a citizen of India.
We don't want to take your advice. We are already abiding.
Please read the Constitution.
The article of the Indian Constitution. We have read. I have.
Please read the Constitution.
And we are abiding
by against Muslim
Article 25.
We are not.
Okay, gentlemen.
Take your advice in this regard.
Gentlemen, the point is
this. We are already abiding by the Constitution of our country.
Gentlemen,
they will be governed by Sharia law.
We are
Mufti Nasirul Islam. I just have one piece of advice to you. I have one piece of advice to you and to your father. Let everyone play their music. Let them have bands. Don't get into people's individual spaces. This is a free country. Thank you very much for joining me on that debate.